A busy week weather-wise setting up across Texas with another windstorm, blowing dust, extreme fire danger, and storms. We're going to tell you about it in this Monday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Hello, hello. It is Monday, the 10th of March, 2025. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer. We are going to be busy this week with at least two pretty significant storm systems bringing impactful weather to the state of Texas, one on Wednesday, one on Friday. The one on Friday has the potential to be very problematic in a couple different ways, which we'll talk about, of course, here in the Texas Weather Roundup. For today and tomorrow, though, well, we got a little bit of fog this morning that's already burning off. Otherwise, severe clear this afternoon. We're going to have winds mostly out of the south-southeast. Nothing particularly strong. As we go into Tuesday, well, you could see we're starting to see a little bit of a northerly wind shift out of the panhandle. As the dry line moves east, we'll see westerly winds at times on Tuesday. Otherwise, it's going to be mostly sunny and clear across the state of Texas, both today and tomorrow, with lower impact weather expected for the state. That will change going into Wednesday. Here's the wildfire outlook for the next 3 days. You can see even with lower winds and nice weather, we're still going to be dealing with very high to extreme fire danger, especially across the western third of the state, both today and tomorrow. You could see West Texas, the Permian Basin, the Trans-Pecos, Davis, Guadalupe Mounds, down to the Big Bend, the borderland of far west Texas, and even parts of the hill country, central and north Texas, down to the Rio Grande Plains. Very high to locally extreme fire danger on Tuesday and Wednesday. For what it's worth, Friday is going to be the biggest day of all this week for a lot of our weather hazards. Let's take a look at the severe weather outlook. This is going to be for Wednesday, the 12th of March. This is going to be the first storm system we're going to have to deal with. This is going to be the potential for isolated severe thunderstorms during the late afternoon through the early evening hours. The potential for a few storms to produce large hail, localized damaging winds, maybe a brief tornado across northeast Texas, eastern North Texas, and the Brazos Valley. There do remain questions on this event. Some data suggests we're going to remain what's called capped, or we're going to have a lid on the atmosphere that is going to prevent thunderstorm development. If that occurs, well, we're not going to have severe storms. Vice versa, if other data is correct, we are going to be dealing with storms, at least a few storms that could produce, again, at least some hail and maybe some gusty winds and maybe a brief tornado going into late Wednesday afternoon, early Wednesday evening. Far from a guarantee, and we'll keep an eye on it though. As we go towards the second system, this is going to be Friday. The potential for a quick moving line of thunderstorms to move across the Arklatex, northeast Texas, east Texas, with a very dynamic and intense storm system across the plains. This is going to be similar to last Tuesday, where we dealt with a plethora of blowing dust, very strong winds, all of that hoopla. And this one is probably going to be similar, maybe a bit stronger than that. So we are looking at a pretty high impact weather event on Friday with extremely dangerous fire weather conditions, the western two-thirds of Texas, blowing dust, a full-fledged windstorm. Western half of Texas has the potential to see 50 to 60 plus mile-an-hour wind gusts. Eastern half of the state, well, probably 45 to 50 mile-an-hour westerly winds after the cool front/boundary moves through, much like last Tuesday. And this one, again, is probably going to pack a punch in the wind, dust, fire department. And yeah, we're probably going to see some storms too. All right, let's take a look at the long-range American weather model global forecast system. This will take us through the week. You can see storm system number one. System, yeah, it's a little ambitious with precip chances across parts of West Texas, North Texas. We'll see. We're focusing on mostly northeast Texas for the potential of a few storms going into late Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. Westerly winds, extreme fire danger, western half of the state. Thursday, a transition day before Friday arrives. You could see the day starts out nice enough, and then you could see the boundary moving from west to east, not really even showing any precip in Texas. This would be a very busy, windy day across the state. The European weather model more aggressive with the chance for some storms, northeast Texas, east Texas, and then very strong westerly winds across at least the western two-thirds of Texas Friday afternoon, Friday evening with blowing dust. Extremely dangerous wildfire conditions. We'll definitely be focusing on Friday once we get past Wednesday and in the future Texas Weather Center video updates. But Friday has the potential to be very impactful weather-wise across the state of Texas with wind, fire, dust, and all the stuff that's not nice. Yeah. After that, though, Saturday, Sunday will be calmer. There's the forecast rain totals through Friday, technically Saturday morning, but this work week. You could see, notice the lack of anything in Texas, minus maybe a tenth to a quarter inch of rain in northeast East Texas. Yeah, it is going to be drier than a popcorn fart across the state of Texas this week, it looks like, with a majority of the precipitation occurring across the Tennessee Valley, the Great Lakes, the Northern Plains, out into the western third of the United States. Honestly, looking at this map, you'd think we'd have a strong area of high pressure or a heat dome over us preventing precipitation development, much like we do during the summer months at times. Nope, in this case, everything's just going around us, and we're stuck in the Dust Bowl type conditions with strong winds, no precipitation, and voila. Drought, fire. Here's high temperatures over the next several days. Today we're looking at about 70 degrees, eastern third of the state, 70s to low 80s, remainder of Texas. A beautiful day setting up. Tomorrow, same story, except we'll see conditions warm several degrees, 5 to 6 degrees across most of the state. Eastern quarter of the state to eastern third, we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 70s, 80s, northwest Texas, the Big Country, North Texas, Concho Valley, Hill Country, Rio Grande Plains down into the Rio Grande Valley, Edwards Plateau. We may even see a few low 90s, 70s, the Panhandle, western third of the state. Going into Wednesday, you can see even with a storm system moving across the region, we're not expecting any significant cool downs. We are going to be warm, highs mostly in the 70s and 80s, 60s out in the Davis Guadalupe Mountains and the borderland. We're going to see some compressional heating down in the Rio Grande Plains, Edwards Plateau, South Texas, with highs approaching 100 degrees. Hot. Here's Thursday. Guess what? You think it's cooling off at all? Nope, not at all. We're going to see those stronger spring-like temperatures. I don't know if spring-like temperatures can actually be stronger, but it's not going to cool off. It's going to get warmer. Summer's revenge. Who knows? All I know is highs are going to be in the mid to upper 90s. South Texas, Rio Grande Plains, Edwards Plateau, down to the Rio Grande Valley. 93 on Thursday in San Antonio, near 90 in Austin, 96 in Laredo. It may be warmer than that. We're looking at highs well up into the mid to upper 80s, up into North Texas, the Big Country, Northwest Texas, the Concho Valley. 86 to 87 in Houston, 84 to 85 in DFW. 70s up in the Panhandle, West Texas, and the borderland. And then Friday, this is going to be a very busy day for us. It may not necessarily be busy in the thunderstorm department, but it is going to be very busy in the wind, dust, fire department. We're looking at highs eastern two-thirds of the state, 70s, 80s, 90s, and yes, we are expecting triple-digit temperatures in South Texas. 101 in McAllen and Laredo. It's going to be near 100 just inland from Corpus Christi. Mid to upper 90s in San Antonio. But western third of the state, we're looking at highs 50s, 60s with absolutely not an ounce of moisture in the air. It is going to be extremely dry. Humidity, moisture-wise, western half of the state on Friday. With, again, we're probably going to have a lot of blowing dust. We could have winds west across the western half of the state exceeding 60 mile an hour in gusts and extremely dangerous fire conditions. Things will be calmer this weekend. Here's the extended range temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. Above average temperatures across the eastern two-thirds of the United States, including Texas, with the exception of the El Paso region, the borderland. Cooler, looking more likely along and west of the Continental Divide for the western United States. Precipitation, not looking good. Below average precipitation is looking more likely than not, continuing into the second and started the third week of March here in the state of Texas with above average precipitation pretty much everywhere else in the country. Oh, yay. So, again, we are going to be busy this week. System on Wednesday, and then big, bad, very mad system on Friday. We're going to be dealing with a lot of wind, a lot of dust, a lot of fire. So we'll be busy this week and even the chance for some storms. That'll be it for your Monday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. We definitely appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to view our content. If you haven't already, feel free to give us a big old thumbs up. I know you don't like the forecast, but in all likelihood, hopefully things will at least start trending wetter for the second half of March. We're going to need the rain or we're going to be in a world of hurt. That's for sure this summer. All right. You can get your local weather forecast, interactive weather radar, daily Texas weather roundups, and more. Of course, you're also welcome to head on down below on the YouTubes, take a look at our merch store. And if you want to join our exclusive members-only Discord server, hey, all you have to do is join a membership tier here on the Texas Weather Center or Texas Storm Chasers YouTube channels. Any membership tier will grant you exclusive members-only access to our Discord server, where we, along with many of you, join us during the less active weather times to chit-chat and keep up with what's going on. Well, that'll be it. We'll be back bright and early on Tuesday with your next Texas Weather Roundup. Y'all have an amazing Monday. Enjoy the beautiful weather. And as always, God bless.